It was exactly 3 a.m. when I woke up to a soft whisper coming from under my bed. At first, I thought I was just dreaming, so I tried to go back to sleep. But then, something grabbed my ankle. My body froze. My heart was pounding so loud, I could barely breathe. Slowly, I leaned over the edge of my bed to look. And that's when I saw them, 2 glowing red eyes, staring right back at me. I wanted to scream, but before I could, it smiled and whispered my name. Those red eyes, they didn't blink. They didn't move. They just stared at me, like they were looking straight into my soul. My throat went dry. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. And then, it smiled. A wide, unnatural smile stretching far too much for any human face. Slowly, it whispered my name again. But this time, it didn't sound like a whisper. It sounded like my own voice. I fell back on my bed, scrambling to get away. But when I looked again, there was nothing there. Just darkness. I told myself, maybe I imagined it. Maybe I'm just tired. But then, the clock beside my bed started ticking loudly. 3:01. 3:02. Tick. 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 And under my bed, I heard breathing. Slow. Heavy. Getting closer. And closer. Terrified, I grabbed my phone to turn on the flashlight. And in that brief flash of light, I saw hundreds of pale, clawed hands reaching out from under the bed. They weren't trying to grab me. They were pointing. Pointing toward my closet. My hands shook as I turned toward the closet. The door was slowly creaking open on its own. And from the darkness inside, I heard my own voice whisper, "Come here. I need to show you something." My entire body froze. If I stayed, I'd have to face whatever was in that closet. If I ran, I'd never know what it wanted. And somehow, I felt like it would follow me anyway. I took one slow step toward the closet. The air felt colder. My vision started to blur. And then, everything went dark. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't in my room anymore. I was under the bed, looking out, while something else was lying on top of it, wearing my face. This isn't over. The real nightmare begins at 3:15 a.m. I couldn't move. Darkness. Cold. I tried to scream, but something covered my mouth. And then I realized it wasn't a hand. It was my own face. I reached up and felt it. Smooth, cold skin. But the thing on the bed was smiling. With my voice, it whispered, "Stay here. This is your place now." I thrashed and kicked, trying to escape. But the space under the bed seemed to stretch endlessly, like a black void with no floor. Suddenly, pale hands grabbed my ankles, pulling me deeper into the darkness. Above me, I could see the other me climbing off the bed, walking toward the door, while I screamed silently in the dark. And then, it stopped at the doorway, and turned its head completely backward to look at me. Its smile grew impossibly wide. It said, "You'll never wake up." The closet door slammed shut. The darkness swallowed me whole. And when I opened my eyes again, I was back in my bed. The clock read 3:14 a.m. But then, I saw something that made my blood run cold. I was lying in bed. But I wasn't alone. The other me was lying right next to me.
Don't leave. Official Dark Voice Stories has a way of keeping you updated on scary tales. Enjoy every moment of your night.